Lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Lillard outside. Fires from the line. Kept alive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Right the pass to Porter. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. And Chicago has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Bulls now. White dishes to Levine. From the baseline. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. McCollum right side. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 now.
And then sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
And Levine, here we go. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Anthony against Porter. Shoots. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Just 5 on the clock. Outside, White. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game over 5.
Count it. Good.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence, the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, when you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
For Damian Lillard. He's right around 29 points a night, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. It's a tremendous asset to the team coming off the bench.
Now here's White. His last outing with 20 points. Levine, he's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Pass to Nurkic. The wide open look here for Anthony, and he can't bank that one in. Bulls trail by 9. Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Carter kicks to Levine. Outside, White for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. He's come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Nurkic finds Lillard. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The drive by Anthony. He doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's White. Rebound by Nurkic.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team's committed to Boylan, to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trends. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
Here is Carter, following the basket by C.J. McCollum, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim. Up
going with the new group.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Hassan Whiteside. First in blocks, second in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Now, here's Satoransky. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Dunn passes to Young. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stripped away. To the middle. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Simons, the pass to Hazania. And it's Little atop the key. Here's Trent. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Dunn right side. Second shot opportunity, and Cornette gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Simons surveying the D. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Here's Dunn, and Whiteside sends it back. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed. He talked about what that means.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know,
right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. This is stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Chris Dunn, also Thomas Satoransky out there. And it's Young in at the power forward position. And the jam by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Dunn passes to Cornette. Now here's Satoransky. Releases. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. It's Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Fires from 14. It's up a 3, and Cornette gets it to go. Cornette's got his second bucket tonight.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Simons taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Harrison's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Over Valentine. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's now 6 points for Carmelo Anthony. Lillard against White. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots from 12. Again, the Trailblazers score.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Inside, stolen by Collins. And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And Chicago also making a switch. Carter's checked in. Both free throws good from Anthony.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. They had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game. And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. Solid from that in-between.
To McCollum. To the paint. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Lillard missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And the foul goes against Portland.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
First one falls for him.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
He's off on the second. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you gotta love.
Right. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Nurkic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it. Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Porter's checked in for Chicago.
One shot.
Free throw good. Nurkic. And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris, Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Here's Levine. Collins with some nice D.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Lillard. Nice D from Levine. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. They trail by 16. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. And the rejection by Collins. McCollum against Markkanen, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The athleticism of Levine, it makes him a hard guy to cover. I mean, he loves getting the contact.
Bulls have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The first one falls.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in, then for the Bulls. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Markkanen, and it's done in for White. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Here's Lillard. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Here's LaVine. Sweet little floater. LaVine's got 8.
Okay, the incredible handles on display. I see you, LaVine. He's so sensational at creating for himself.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts is the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, you talk about heady scoring. C.J. McCollum works at every angle. Has a feel for the game and defense. They can't guard him. No one can figure him out in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, crest, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
The first free throw is good. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, and they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Passes it to Porter. Here is Carter. On the wing, Porter. No points in the game yet for him.
That's the assertive attitude you'd like seeing from Porter. I mean, he knows he can sink shots off the pass.
Anthony looking it over, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot, and they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
McCollum, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Bean passes to Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Lillard outside. The pass to McCollum. Shot from 12. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
They're outside. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Poke loose. It's stolen by Carter. White drives in, and it's in there.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
With an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. They get it again. Whiteside can't hit from in close.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. A nice shot by Simon.
That's just great touch. Teardrop, well, that's all about fear.
Levine finds Satoransky. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Satoransky's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer, the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless.
Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Here's Cornette. He's covered by Whiteside, and they're moving it up. Here's Little, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate, but in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Young's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Good on the second free throw. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now, here's Satoransky. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Cornette. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Trent passes to Whiteside. Launches it. Trent can't hit. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 14-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Little dishes to Whiteside. 2 points. That one goes. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter. Bulls trail by 16. Outside, Levine. No good that time. Collins with some nice D.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Trent. And here's Whiteside. Over Harrison. No good from 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Satoransky. Here's Cornette. Lock at 6. There's the pass to Harrison. Satoransky with it. He's covered by Whiteside. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Trailblazers leading by 16. Trent passes to Simons. Now here's Little. Guarded by Levine. The Trailblazers have been coming through at the charity strip. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And that one misses.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. McCollum comes in for Collins. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And he sinks the second. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Done against Lillard. Outside Porter to stop the drought, and he sinks the layup. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's not an easy finish for Porter. I mean, that'll get him pumped up. Always nice to score against that kind of physical team.
Now Lillard, and get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. And the miss. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Trailblazers leading by 15, so the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Valentine out there with Dunn, and it's Porter, and it's a 3, a small forward.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Carter left side. Porter finds Carter. 4 on the clock. Now here's Valentine. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Here's Valentine, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Valentine. White, he's checked in for Dunn. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself. And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Hits the three-point bomb.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
White against Lillard. Markkanen trying to break loose. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is the second of this half, third overall.
Now, here's Valentine. He is guarded by McCollum. Will it go? And the layup good by Valentine.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now a timeout called by Portland. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare? So when you played this?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
A three from McCollum. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. The three from Anthony, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside, White. Fires the three, and again, Chicago. No good. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. To the inside, and stolen by White. Down low, here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Now, that's the specialty of Levine's. I mean, if you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home. Make a poster on you.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Star at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
And he makes the first. 4-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
And so he makes both from the line. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old buddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they're taking fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Lillard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ejected by Young. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Gabriel, the pass to Little. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Adams' shot is off. Done outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.